Hello and welcome again to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a cyber attack against Target, which is considered to be one of the largest data breaches in the United States history. Now, for those who are not familiar with Target, they're a US-based retail company, similar to the likes of Walmart, Tesco, and they have stores all over the US. Now, it is believed that over the course of 2 weeks, starting in November of 2013, hackers had stolen detailed information of about 40 million credit and debit card accounts, as well as the personal information of about 70 million of Target's customers. This particular data breach cost Target upwards of $300 million in damages, right? Compensation and fines. So, how exactly did this happen? Stay tuned, and I'll tell you all about it.
The Secret Service is investigating a major data breach at Target. Approximately 40 million customers' credit and debit cards may have been compromised.
Well, we're talking about a big stretch from November 27th, that was right before Thanksgiving, all the way up until just a few days ago, December 15th, meaning that virtually every customer who shops at Target could be a victim. It's one of the biggest retail security breaches of all time, and it happened during the busiest shopping season of the year. With 40 million shoppers' credit and debit numbers at risk, the Secret Service is investigating what appears to be the hacking of the card swipe systems.
Well, the first thing we need to understand about this particular attack was that Target weren't actually attacked directly by the hackers. Instead, they went through a third party known as Mechanical Services. Now, this particular type of attack is one where hackers go through a third-party company in order to attack the main company. It's called a supply chain attack, okay, or a third-party supply chain attack. Now, Mechanical Services were responsible for providing and servicing Target with refrigeration systems, and as such, they had a remote network connection with Target, which they used for submitting electronic bills, contracts, and project management material, right? So, to carry out their attack, the hackers had to, first of all, hack Mechanical Services. They pretty much sent a phishing email to one of the employees, and this phishing email contained a malware that ended up stealing the login credentials of this particular employee. And with these login credentials, the hackers were then able to gain access into Target's internal network. I know, it's crazy, right? Now, the unfortunate thing here is that Mechanical Services actually had an anti-malware software known as Malwarebytes, which was running on their computers. But you see, the problem here was that they were using the free version of Malwarebytes, which does not provide real-time protection, right? Now, on a side note, I use Malwarebytes. It's a very great and effective anti-malware. I would highly recommend it, and it is extremely effective when it is used right? Which Mechanical Services did not. Now that the hackers were inside of Target's internal network, they were then able to install another malware which basically records all the payment card details while the information was used at the point of sales terminal. So essentially, when customers go to the till at the Target stores to swipe in their credit card or put in their debit card details to pay for their shopping, right, the hackers were able to get all that information from the point of sales machine. I know, it's crazy, right? Now, the information stolen included card types, expiration dates, magnetic stripe data, names, contact information, right? All of that stuff, right? And to make things worse for Target is the fact that they were not even the first to report this breach, but rather it was a popular cybersecurity blogger called Brian Krebs who reported the incident on his blog, Krebs on Security. And he reported the breach for the first time in December 18th. And on the very next day, December 19th, right, for the very first time, Target now publicly acknowledged that, yes, we have indeed been hacked, right? So, the fact that Target kept quiet about this breach and coupled with the scale of the breach led to a huge drop in consumer confidence, and many people were not willing to shop at any of the Target stores anymore. Now, this of course led to a massive tank in earnings, and Target reported that during this period, their earnings tanked by a massive 46%. So, how did Target actually respond to this breach? Well, I should say they actually responded quite effectively, to be fair. First of all, they removed all the malware and informed all of their customers about the breach. Then they reassessed their entire digital infrastructure by increasing security monitoring and recording of all alerts. They also restricted vendors, so other vendors like Fazio Mechanical, who also had a connection to their network. They restricted those vendor access. They enhanced segmentation of their networks, and then they reset. Then they went about resetting over 445,000 employee and contractor passwords. And finally, they introduced two-factor authentication, right? So, as I stated earlier in the video, this breach cost Target over $300 million. Not just because they had to, upgrade the entire security infrastructure, but also because of the loss in consumer confidence. A lot of people simply did not want to shop at Target stores for an extended period of time, right? Now, in closing, if there's one thing we can learn from this particular attack, is that as a company, it is not enough for you to secure your own networks and your own data, right? You also have to ensure that if there are any third-party contractors or companies out there that have any sort of network connection or data connection with your company, you need to ensure that they too have very effective security tools and policies to protect them from attacks from cyber criminals and malware. Because if this whole Target situation is anything to go by, it is very clear that as a company, you can be attacked through a third party that might be a lot more vulnerable to cyber attacks than you are. Okay? So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video and took some learnings from it, right? If you did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, share this video with anyone whom you feel might benefit from it. And of course, if you're new here to my channel, my name is Akin. I'm a cybersecurity consultant, mentor, coach, and I help non-IT folks transition to a career in cybersecurity without the need for certification or all of those technical must-haves. So like this video, share, watch my other videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified whenever I drop new content guaranteed to level up your cybersecurity knowledge. It's been a pleasure, and until next time, stay cyber safe.